Life on Earth has been canceled in order that we may bring you the following bleak look at the future.
It's the mid-1980s and you want to feel like you have a voice, but you're not quite 18 yet, so your opinion doesn't matter, right? Wrong! You come home from school and turn on your favorite kids' network, Nickelodeon, and see a brand new show, something new and exciting. A show that actually asks your opinion and cares what you think. You decide to watch and see what this show is all about, not realizing you're actually witnessing history in the making. Hey everybody, what's up and welcome back to Macabre'Gorium Labs presents School of Boredom, a showcase of things likely forgotten, Nickelodeon edition. My name is Bats and I'll be your guide today as we discuss Lesson N-106, Rated K, for kids, by kids, and the Big Ballot.
Nickelodeon.
Nickelodeon. Once again, we're going back to the 1980s. Here we're going to discuss a topic that began a trend of kid shows that taught kids that they can have an effect on the world around them, no matter how young they were. Back in the 1980s, most adults watched politics, news, and award shows that highlighted voting for a cause. Unfortunately, many of us kids had no choice but to sit and watch them too. For most kids, it was extremely boring and a lot of adult nonsense that had no effect on them that they knew of.
Is President Biden making the news boring again? People are always asking what the media will do post-President Trump.
Since kids grow up to be the adults doing this voting, it was important to show kids that voting is important, can be about things they care about, and that they actually can make a difference. Of course, that leads straight to the first network for kids, Nickelodeon, and its mission to entertain and educate kids of all ages. Recognizing this need, Nickelodeon premiered Rated K, for kids, by kids, and it would run from November 1st, 1986 through December 18th, 1988, with each episode being 26 minutes in length. It was distributed by MTV Networks and produced by Andy Bamberger, Marcia Eli, and Carol Levitt. This show had a revolving lineup of 3 young teenagers that would review new movies, home videos, and show behind-the-scenes footage. Instead of the normal 5-star rating system, this show had its own ratings. A for amazing, C for classic, confusing, or crazy, G for go, S for see it or so-so, and T for terrific, with the best letter being K, which was the same as a 5-star review on most other websites.
The best letter K. Aha, I see what they did there.
The set for the show had a blue table with a curved pink semicircle bench that had a star pattern around it. The walls featured a movie marquee on both sides to give it a more movie feel. The teenage hosts included Lakmini Bezbroda, Kamini Bethia, Eben Davidson, Kirk Gibbons, Robin Griggs, Brad Kane, Alec Lev, Stephanie Marco, Colin Martin, Matt Nespol, Jennifer Rosa, Jeremy Ryan, Joel Savini, Rebecca Schwager, and Mark Shanahan.
Now, after extensive searching, I was unable to find out much about these teens, as most were only in one episode.
That's right, Goats. This was also due to the point of the show being to get kids' views and opinions. This was done by having a script written for the summaries of the movies, but the rest was improvising.
This format helped the show as the kids would banter back and forth, often having lighthearted arguments about their respective opinions. Due to the age group of the audience, the movies that were reviewed were PG-13 and under.
Movies such as Police Academy 4.
Thought I told you guys no skateboarding in my district.
This isn't skateboarding, Sergeant. This is carrying skateboards. This is skateboarding.
Star Trek 4.
I think you did a little too much LDS.
LDS? Come on, why don't you let me give you a lift? I have a notorious weakness for hard luck cases, that's why I work with whales.
Nobody's Fool.
Don't even waste your breath, son. Victorian House is a big job. I need guys with 2 good knees and at least a half a brain between them.
A guy with half a brain wouldn't work for you.
Crocodile Dundee.
That's not a knife. That's a knife.
Making Mr. Right.
I love you, Jeff. Oh my God! What is that woman teaching you?
3 for the road.
A very unusual way of eating.
Put the fork right in between your big toe and your next toe. You can do it if you practice.
Her personality
Plug it out, come on!
is rebellious.
Peggy Sue got married.
Should we break up? Because if we did, I don't even know about it.
What if you fall into the hands of some madman with plans to manipulate your brain?
Well, that's why I was getting a divorce.
And Soul Man, just to name a few.
However, some of the movies that were reviewed were a product of their time. There was one example we ran across. Even though I won't mention it myself, I will let the kids explain in their own words.
You guys, your mom is going to love this movie. You're going to hate it. I mean, it's so boring. That same thing that Matt says is so cute. It just gets on my nerves. It's so old-fashioned. I think there's so many better Walt Disney movies. Go see 101 Dalmatians or something, but this one is just too old, too boring. The plot didn't even move. The characters drove me crazy, and so did the music. Don't see this movie. All in all, I'd say it has too much zippity-doo-dah and not enough zing.
This type of format would allow kids to joke around with each other, be creative, and give their own unbiased opinions. Due to the age group of the audience, the movies that were reviewed were PG-13 and under. However, there were some R-rated movies that managed to sneak into the show, such as Stephen King's horror movie Stand By Me from 1986.
We will be doing a future School of Boredom on Stephen King and the various movie adaptations of his books. Probably you'll see those, though, on After Midnight.
That's right, Goat. So as far as this topic goes, it was reviewed as it is a story about kids bonding together. The other cool part of this show is that they would show some movies that kids may not have thought would be good. This helped broaden kids' horizons and showed them even more good movies to enjoy that they may have missed otherwise. Now, sometimes there was not always enough kids' movies to review for that week, in which case teens would discuss movies that were already on VHS. For other episodes, they would feature a special guest such as Roger Ebert and Gene Siskel, who were adult review celebrities. Then, from March 28th, 1987 through April 18th, 1987, Rated K started a 4-week presentation of the Big Ballot, sponsored by Bonkers Fruit Chews and Post Cereal. The Big Ballot was a nationwide poll conducted by Nickelodeon where kids were able to vote on their favorite films, television shows, music, and sports from the previous year. The ballots were sent in by mail, and then winners would tape a thank you video and would be shown on Rated K. Each week, these thank you videos would come on and would be broken up by hosted segments that would feature the Rated K cast. The Big Ballot was a huge deal, and it would be the basis for the Kids Choice Awards in 1990.
Now don't worry, the Kids Choice Awards will be getting a lesson too, but right now we're still in the rad 1980s.
As 1988 began, Nickelodeon would cancel several shows, such as Stand By, Lights, Camera, Action, which we covered in a quickie, so check that out. My name is Bats, and this is Stand By, Lights, Camera, Action, one of Nickelodeon's first TV shows. These cancellations would mark a shift in Nickelodeon's programming, leaving Rated K the only show of its kind left on Nickelodeon at the time. To breathe new life into the show, Rated K received a change in format and a new set design. The new set looked like a movie concession stand with pastel pink, blue, and yellow colors. There were also 2 chairs for the host to sit on as well. The hosts also changed, with Nickelodeon replacing Matt Nespole, Lakmini Bezbroda, Mark Shanahan, and Rebecca Schwager, with Stephanie Marco, Jeremy Ryan, Kirk Gibbons, Robin Griggs, Joel Savini, Alec Lev, and Brad Kane. The new format did away with a lot of the improvisation and banter by making the episodes more scripted. Also, the show expanded to not only do movie reviews, but behind-the-scenes featurettes, video games, and theme park attractions. The hosts would now be separated by the segments they worked on, such as Brad Kane would now host the Rated K Update, and Robin Griggs and Joel Savini would host the movie reviews.
For those that may not know, the Rated K Update consisted of Brad Kane interviewing younger famous people such as Chad Allen and Carrie Fisher.
That's pretty cool, Goat. Thanks. Unfortunately, the rebrand of the channel made the show more like an entertainment news show than an improvised kids show. But it did continue this way until December 18th, 1988. The tale doesn't end there, though, because on April 1st, 1989, Rated K for Kids by Kids was shown on Total Panic.
Now, Total Panic was a kids' variety show on Nickelodeon that featured interviews, games, and sketch segments.
Without a doubt, Rated K for Kids by Kids was instrumental in helping to establish kids voting and taking an active interest in the world around them. But what else would you expect from the #1 network for kids, Nickelodeon? And with that, sadly, we're out of time for this School of Boredom lesson. I've been your host, Bats, and this has been Lesson N106, Rated K for Kids, by Kids, and the Big Ballot. Be sure to check back next time. You never know what we have in store, and as usual, think for yourselves, be excellent to each other, and as usual, keep it creepy. Hey, thanks for checking out our video. If you enjoyed this one and would like to see more of our weird, creepy, odd, eccentric, or strange content as soon as it comes out, please feel free to click like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more. We'll see you later. Keep it creepy.